The RMA Simplification project is our #1 priority in global order management. What we're doing with it is trying to make it much more intuitive, easier for the customers to create, and reduce the time that it takes to currently do an RMA.
So on the RMA Simplification, before we even started it, we went out and did analysis. We sat with the users that create RMAs. That's the LSC, the TAC, and the customer. And doing that analysis, we were able to get a list of pain points and challenges in creating RMAs.
This is a huge priority for us, so we're meeting twice weekly with the business teams to make sure that we're incorporating all of the needed items from the business into our user experience.
So an iterative approach is when we try a concept, we get feedback, and then we iterate on that concept. And so this allows us to build on what we've learned. In all these feedback sessions with customers and with our stakeholders, we get so much information, and we can feel confident when we launch something that we've covered all our bases if we've talked to a lot of people and gotten a lot of feedback before we launch.
By the time we've gone through several rounds of research with our users, we really have a great product we can feel confident in because we know we've already shared it with the people who are going to be using it.
And the new tools, they're very modern and sleek. They're clean, it's a 4-step process compared to a 10-step process. Overall, the feedback that we're getting just from our initial design has been phenomenal, and our team is really excited.
And I think with the iterative approach that we're using and how we're using the voice of the user to develop this, it's really helped not only build something from the business perspective, but bring to life what the agents have wanted.
It's nice that we can have a more accurate way of inputting the data to ship the part to.
And we also wanted to make it more efficient. So what we decided to do is take the TAC and LSC and let them begin the process. They put in information and hand it off to the customer. The customer can finish by putting in the delivery details and submit the RMA.
Our agents really become the RMA initiators. However, they don't have to complete the order, that goes over to the customer. And we're going to reduce human error by moving this from the agent to the customer, as really the customer is the expert in their locations.
As soon as they complete the information that's required, everything gets sent. There's no more waiting on the engineer to complete everything for them.
Most of the questions I have from customers are, did you create the RMA? Or when's it coming? Or do I have a tracking information? So a lot of the questions will automatically be answered by them whenever they create the RMA.
The new process will enable a greater level of efficiency. It's a very simple process, and it actually reduces the errors that we see because the customer is putting in the information themselves.
You allow the engineers to be engineers, and you allow the customers to control where their RMA goes, and then have knowledge of what's going on in the background. No one's blind.
My favorite improvement to the RMA Creation design is definitely going to be the Help Me feature.
If a customer or any of our Cisco employees run into any issues, they can click the chat feature, which automatically comes to LSC, so they don't have to ask them what error they're actually seeing. They're going to see it on their screen and be able to proactively support them.
You don't have to wait anymore on the phone. It's fantastic.
No more waiting on the phone.
None.
I love it already.
We want our TAC engineers really focused on deep technical troubleshooting. So eliminating some of the administrative tasks will really enable them to deliver a higher level service for our customers.
Just to highlight some of the key areas that we've been improving on, when a customer used to create an RMA, they would know they were not entitled and towards the end.
So what we learned was we want to move the entitlement process to the front of the RMA creation. We can reduce wasted effort by not asking unnecessary questions. Why would we want to know where a customer wants to have a part shipped if they're not entitled to get the part? And one of the things that we're really excited about is that each line item within the RMA has its own entitlement experience and therefore gets its own service level, all on the same RMA. That means that the next time the customer needs tax support, needs to download software, we'll have the right data in their contract.
So this is the new RMA tool. We've made a lot of improvements to help simplify things for both us as engineers and for our customers.
Technology alone is not a compelling enough reason for customers to choose Cisco. So we need to focus on the overall customer experience. We need to make that experience easier and more consistent for our customers.
Anything we can do to make life easier for our customers, we're better for it.
People are saying that this tool is clean, simple, intuitive, and easy to use. This is what a tool from Cisco should look like.
Filling out forms, it's not what we're best at. What we're really good at is troubleshooting and solving problems.
It's going to affect the productivity of our agents and the user and customer experience.
We have amazing people, so let's just give them amazing tools.